Hello and welcome everyone to this afternoon session and even evening session in India. We are here together with Punit Jain and Rohit Sardanya from India, who are going to present in how they are changing India to become an innovation culture. I'm really looking forward to it. I met Punit like around 5 years ago, I think, via Facebook. It was a request like, could I do something on mentoring him on how to do hackathons? Well, I before I knew it, he was starting to organize a lot of those. So I think I helped him enough to be able to do it himself. He got a community on board. He started organizing hackathons in schools and lots of things. I couldn't catch up anymore because he was organizing more hackathons than I was doing actually. So I'm really curious to hear his story today, as we haven't been in touch for quite some time. And I'm really happy to announce here to you Punit and his colleague Rohin. Rohit to the stage.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
Hello.
Oh, so here we are. Yeah, I mean, of course, you originated the seed of the Incubate India, Nick. So thank you so much. It started from there. Little bit about myself. Sorry, my name is Rohit, and I work with Puneet. Me and him started the company together. It's been almost 4 years now. We are essentially India's largest hackathon community now. We work with over 1,000 plus colleges, academic institutions, as we call them as, and approximately about 500 plus schools. The school is something that we've just started the division about a year back, and then we go out and try and upskill the young students on technology. So that's what we've been doing in and around India. uh, of course, last 3 months have been a little tough for all of us. But having said that, I must start this presentation on what we've been able to achieve in last 3 months, because we thought when the going gets tough, the tough should get going. So last 3 months, we've entirely focused on doing virtual hackathons, and as we speak today, there are about 4 projects live with us. The maximum amount of projects from India are on Incubate IND, and these are not small projects. These are the projects with Government of India. These are the projects working with Gojek, Nestle, Coca-Cola, and so on and so forth. Reckitt Benckiser now on board, Intuit on board, and so on and so forth. So we firmly believe, while we work here in India, that we want to upskill 10 million students in next 2 3 years on making them understand the power of technology, the tech, and help them understand technology and be, as we call them, as market and job ready as they pass on the course from the college. We've been operational. We work out of our office in Delhi. We are a 20-member team, strong team. uh, I don't know if it makes relevance, but we bootstrapped ourselves. We've come a long way, and Nick, I mean, thanks to you, we should be in Canada early next year. We should have been in Canada this year, launching our operations, but due to pandemic, next year we will see you in Canada as a full-fledged innovation plus technology plus hackathon plus community company. What we've done is we chose a topic on how we've built a sizable community here in India, and we would want to present it to you all. Let's set the ball rolling. Okay, so this is what we do. We help corporates cut their innovation time frame, get them real ideas from startups. We currently work with over 20,000 startups. These are, some of them are early stage, some of them are there, right up there, and so on and so forth. We are built on a platform of innovation and upskilling. So just to give you a sense, we currently today work with India's all the marquee brands. So for an example, I don't know if audiences have heard about Tata's. We work with Tata's, Unilever, our working arrangement with Microsoft and Google has been there for almost 2 years now. We've been working with all of them, cutting across their technology, innovation time frame, evangelizing their services and products in colleges and schools. Next. As I said, India is a vast country. So while maybe to some of the international listeners, viewers might feel 1,000 is a huge number. India has a potential. India today has about 1 lakh plus college. So we are just at the tip of the iceberg for us to go out to next year, or go out to the next stage. We want to tap into 10,000 colleges, and if Nick gives us a chance to present to you next year, I'm sure we would be 10,000 plus colleges working with them. And when we say working with them, we've gone into those colleges, conducted hackathons, workshops, webinars, boot camps, etc., with them, onboarding their students as developers on our platform and try and upskill them on tech stacks. I touched upon this. So all the brands, startups and Unilevers and Google and Microsoft, we wanted to add more, but then putting 100 brands on a slide would have been too much. So we today work with Government of India projects. We currently working with Startup India initiative and taking down to tier two, tier three countries of India, and trying to tell the importance of entrepreneurship, innovation, and technology to the young minds in those countries, those cities. And how do we do this? We conduct these hackathons. We help them solve their internal challenges. We help them seek solutions from outside. So, for an example, for a large tech company, auto company rather, we work with them every year on the future of mobility hackathon, and it's only for their set of employees, wherein they get together, 30 hours of deliberation on what is the future of mobility in India, or the globe. And we've been doing these upskilling. We invite people from outside, help them understand what is happening in the industry, and so on and so forth. We are a fully fledged digital platform. I mean, I can today say that you can upload, or you can rather host your hackathon in 10 minutes on our platform. I mean, starting from registering to hosting in 10 minutes flat, and then we put together the whole concept of uh, community in the play. Help you reach out to help your challenges go to community of 1 million developers, and get you solutions, ideas, and so on and so forth. And then on the periphery, we've been doing various other things. So, for an example, with a large organization like GitHub, we get into colleges and conduct how to use GitHub and how to onboard yourself on GitHub, how to create repositories, workshops physically. In last 3 months, 4 months, we've done virtually, and we've done over 100 such workshops in last 12 what months. This is the way we see ourselves. We are a bridge between startups, student developers, and corporates. So we help them patch together and help them shorten the innovation cycle, increase the ideas from let's say X number to Y, by taking the messages or taking the challenges to the larger audience, and help corporates understand what else can be done around those challenges. So in a sense, we help both the stakeholders uh, in an immense for value for proposition, wherein students get to learn and maybe earn jobs, internships, and corporates get amazing, fantastic ideas from real change makers here in India. 1 million. We just hit 1 million registrations on our website about 30 days back. that's a way, that's a way, you know, our community is. We're now, slowly but gradually building our own IPR. So for an example, one of the forthcoming event, or rather a series of hackathon from Incubate, is being conducted in 20 countries together on 8th and 9th of August. We have stitched partnerships in countries like US, United Kingdom, uh, Sri Lanka, Dubai, Athens, Greece, Zimbabwe, and so on and so forth. And I forgot the top countries, but 20 countries at one go. Over 10,000 people will participate in one hackathon, and code for the solutions around life after pandemic. Our school ecosystem has only grown from strength to strength in last 1 year, wherein we are now introducing events like the School of Artificial Intelligence, where we're trying to train students, young students, starting from class 8 onwards, to and telling them the importance of AI, helping them create solutions. So, for an example, this time we're doing a workshop on how to create your own chatbots. We've done how to create your games. We've done how to create your own websites, web development, and so on and so forth. So that's what we've been, kind of doing in India extensively. Our flagship event, AI.next. This is the first year that we are doing this, and I would still want to call it as flagship, because we've today, as we stand, we have over 10,000 registrations on the web virtual event, wherein we are getting the best of the startup minds, but of the best of the CTOs, CIOs across India, to come and talk about their experiences across various topics on AI, and engaging with early stage startups. So yeah, this is what we've been doing here in India, and considering India is a market to be in, is a large market. We are currently, as I said, at the tip of the iceberg. We are only about 1 million in our community. While it may sound very huge, just to give you a sense, we're almost 150 million people here in India. So we are still not there. We're still working very hard. We are still very, in the sense of working with very openly working with startups, and the way we built this community is on a single premise of quote unquote saying the show must go on. There are days when we do not charge brands. There are days when we charge immense to the brands. Idea for us has been that we should, we will, and we will always keep on doing things for students, developers, etc. For them to learn through our platform. If a corporate supports us, great. If it does not, we still might find a way to do a lot of things. Some of the things that we've not mentioned here, because I thought of not boring you with the PowerPoint, was today as we speak, we're doing a inter college 50 college hackathon called India Innovation Series, wherein we are saying build challenges on making India smarter. We work with Government of India PSU on creating clean energy solutions around clean energy in India. So what the premise of our organization has been, that we are fully equipped to solve your innovation challenges. And when I say your, the organization's innovation challenges in a jiffy. I mean, give me about 2 weeks, and I'll give you 1,000 solutions from these young change makers. Help them understand the tech better. Help them uh, okay. Help them build solutions for your company. In return, what we expect from, or rather, when we work with these corporates, we coax them into hiring these young students, we into giving internships to these young students, and so on and so forth. So that's what we've been doing in the ecosystem. I'm more than happy to partner to uh, work with you. I mean, I don't know. I should not be making a spiel here, but happy to work with anyone across any part of the world and create a sustainable innovation communities platform for young change makers across any part of the world. Any questions as yet? No.
I think a lot of people that are very happy that you are here. So 20,
I'm extremely happy. I don't know if you got a chance to hear us when we said, you originated the seed of incubate. So thank you.
that's remarkable, and I didn't do a lot for it. You did it yourself. That's the great thing about it. I think that's the most important thing. That if you bridge some countries and then take the best of the best examples and take it as a starting point, yeah, you see that the Netherlands is quite small. We only have 17 million people living here, and yeah, we don't have
You
any
could
developers anymore.
you
Uh,
could take you could take some people from here to your country.
Yeah, so that's I think maybe also a reason why a lot of corporates that are on your partner list, like Microsoft and Unilever, a Dutch company, that are partnering up because they know they should go to India. And
Absolutely,
there's so much
absolutely.
potential. Also, there's so much stuff that we
No,
should reach, and you
no,
guys,
like we've been working with a lot of best of the universities across the world. So Draper being one of them, we help them generate applications from India because these are the students that these universities are looking at. So our business models, etc., are continuously evolving. And providing these values to students, our base at a level increases every quarter by a half a million in that sense. And that's what we've been doing. We will be more stronger, better. Maybe in 2021 we would be by then 100% sure to be in Canada. We were setting up our office there as we speak.
wow,
And yeah, and
you're
as we
for some time to set it up, or do you do everything remote?
come again.
Do you move to Canada to set it up, or you can do it remote?
Eventually one of us will be moving to Canada and running those operations.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's
you
what we're
guys
doing.
have a background in programming?
We have a strong 8-member team. Puneet and Samket, who had started this organization, also understand basics of programming. But we have a fantastic CTO who's been building these products on his own, and along with the team. I mean, guided by us, or whatever you want to call it as. But we have a fantastic set of people. So one of the things that we've also been able to, I don't know, by God's grace, has been that entire team has stuck together in ups and downs, and today wherever we are, it's all thanks to the team who has built this together for all of us.
Yeah, so next time we probably have a campus party in India as well, right?
We wanted to speak to you and pitch to you and
Let
take
me
the
know.
license
Yeah,
and
cool.
do campus party here in India. And
Yeah,
because
great.
because for us, there are a lot of events that happen in here in India, but events with global exposure are little lesser. And that's where we could stand out together and do these sessions. I mean, maybe early next year.
Yeah, so you say, well, Punit said, I want any company to understand that innovation is the key for their existence. And here's a question from someone: how do you define innovation? So, Punit, can you answer that question? I'm really curious what your definition is of innovation. And
So
try to turn off the WhatsApp web. We hear you.
yeah. So am I audible, right?
Yeah.
So to answer this question, like what is innovation? Like innovation is a key. Like innovation can come from anywhere. The ideas can generate from anywhere, any part of any country, right? So we incubate what we do. We are becoming a platform wherein what we do, we get problems or any themes from a corporate,
Yeah,
and we put it on our platform, and then our community of 1 million people, they'll come together and close or build solutions related to this problem. So if we can get like 100 solutions, like might be there is a chance like one, two, or three ideas can be taken by the
yeah.
companies, and that's a good thing for us.
Yeah, so
And
these ideas, if you're running hackathons, you almost get to a prototype or you get a prototype, not just an idea. Because we have now on Campus Harbor, you just a call for ideas, and I'm really sad because I really wanted to have hackathons, online hackathons. Are you also running online hackathons already?
Absolutely. So we run online hackathons, not due to pandemic, but we had built a platform about a year back. We were of course pandemic has helped us scale it in a better manner because everything now. See, for everyone to understand, India is still primarily a face-to-face market, wherein brands wherein participants want to physically be there in an environment and build solutions. We were not, and maybe we aren't ready for 100% online hackathons.
Hmm.
But if this pandemic maybe stays for another 6 months, then maybe I don't know what will happen. But we are primarily an offline event or a hackathon market. We would always be that. But having said all of this, we have 100% ready online platform, and that's what I was telling you, Nick. I can today go to a brand and tell him or her that 7 minutes we would be taking your hackathon up. As soon as you give us approval, give us one creative, 7 minutes your hackathon is live up and running on our platform. And that's the speed that we're trying to better every hour, every week internally.
Yeah, for me, the most important part is the process facilitation in a hackathon. So I'm still a fan of physical hackathons because I can actually coach. That's the best, right? So how do you do that online? How do you coach people in like design thinking or innovation management? How do you coach people online and master classes and all of these things? How do you do that?
So for us, nothing has changed in that sense. Whatever process that we are following in a physical hackathon format has now been replicated in an online virtual hackathon.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, there are increasing challenges. The motivation level of the participants, I mean, for a continuous 30 hours need to be managed, engaged, and that's a tough task. We help them understand, engage with brands, with mentors
Yeah,
and jury members. Help them. Give them real time feedback every hour, every month, every minute, and try and do it. But considering everything together, we would still prefer the world to open up very quickly and offline hackathons to come back very quickly.
yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
organizing one at the moment for the Bridge Foundation. So you
we
know
would
that.
be happy to we would be happy to put that together physically in India, Nick. I mean,
Yeah,
I on an
we
open platform.
we are going to have it in November. We hope to do it in person, of course. With the participants will be 70 years and older, so that will be funny. The
Oh
first time,
wow!
yeah. The average age for this sport is 72 years old.
Oh
So,
wow!
yeah, the oldest one is like 110 years old who plays this sport.
Oh, wow.
They want to
And
make
I and,
the
and
same
do
fun.
does these hackathons last for a long? I mean, are these also 30 hours, 40 hours? No.
It's 12 hours because they're so old.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
it's a designathon, we call this one, because it's shorter than 24 hours. And after that, they want to try out the hackathon. So first, we're gonna give them the process of design thinking, and then define the problem for the target audience together with the target audience. And then out of that, the hackathon is coming. So then we can encourage coders and developers to join in. But the first one is actually without programming. So 12 hours to come up with good ideas and good question statements. So they understand why there are only 200 people under the age of 26 playing this sport, 200 out of 110,000. So 0.2%. So that's a bit of
Wow.
their members are dying. They are too old.
Wow.
They are just too old.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that's the whole hackathon about. How can they keep the sport alive when the population is aging? So
I
it's a great
Sorry.
thing to talk about. Maybe you have some ideas on how to bridge this specific hackathon case.
No, we're doing that. We're trying our bit to do. I mean, non-coding hackathons. See, again, for someone, I don't know if everyone understands India. Both demographically, psychographically, we are about meeting people. So all these initiatives are about networking with each other. So from a developer, I want to network with a mentor to land up a good job. For a mentor, he has to network with another mentor to land up a good job, and so on and so forth. So
Mhm. So
either it's a coding.
that's the
Yeah.
way you actually, after a hackathon, turn these ideas into a product or into a solution for a company.
So we don't do it. In India we've tied up with 50 incubators and accelerators, and we give them these solutions for them to look at and so to develop. Again, we've tied up with 20 investors. So when we also work in building a mentor board or a judging panel in any of the hackathon, make it a point to have technology guys. We make it a point to have investment guys. We make it a point to have incubators and accelerators and give a holistic kind of a feedback to all the participants. So we don't judge them only from a tech stack perspective, but from a market viability perspective, from an innovation viability perspective, and that's what we kind of do in India.
Yeah. So there's a question from Kaushik, and he is asking like how to turn that outcome of a hackathon into a product, and what is the journey that you are offering right now. So but you said you were
So
connecting it with an incubator,
yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah,
incubator takes on that journey, right? The teams can
yeah.
go to the incubator.
I currently today work with all the government incubators here in India, the IITs and triple IITs, and all these solutions are then sent to these incubators with a first introduction email between the winners of the hackathon and incubators being managed and arranged, and then then they're on their own. I mean, both of them. Then we don't play a role. Having said all of this, we've helped Vistara develop a robot out of the hackathon. We've helped another Dish TV, which is a DTH service provider, build an app through our hackathon platform. That's what
Mhm.
we do. But to build these, lot of value should come from the partner companies themselves.
Yeah. So I'm really curious. Can you showcase one of the outcomes? Is there like a website that you can showcase? Like,
I
uh,
will quickly mail it to you. The whole case study, I will email it to you, Nick.
oh, that's great. So these things are, I think, very important for people to understand. Like a hackathon is also a starting point for innovation, bringing teams together, finding student fits, like from economy classes to developers, finding the best fit to make a team. Like doing market research is something you don't have to ask a developer. So getting a business model, probably the developer doesn't answer that question. So finding the right team is something that starts on a hackathon. And then after that, you come up with an idea and a solution, and it can be a prototype or it can be a campaign. Yeah, like a campaign for marketing. It can be innovation can be in all different places. Um,
Absolutely.
and then you see that yeah that you have to find a spot where it's relevant. So are you already able to get enough stakeholders on board during the hackathon so you can let them like move them forward to those people?
Absolutely. So our process of hackathon typically starts 30 days in advance. So onboarding of mentors, onboarding of patching them up right at the start, helping participants understand the challenge better, hear it from the horse's mouth. We follow a process. I mean, maybe considering India, people have a lot of time. We have this whole freedom of putting together these hackathons in 60 odd days. But
Oh, wow. 68
yeah,
days to launch a hackathon.
uh, there are days when we've done it in 1 week. There are days when we've taken 30 days, depending upon. See, again, too, for a lot of Indian brands, hackathons are still about marketing their brand amongst the audiences.
Mhm.
So more marketing time that they get, they're more happy, and that's the way it works.
Yeah. So I normally take the process of like 3 months before a hackathon. Yeah, like 3 months of preparation to get all the stakeholders on board, to get the right problem behind the problem, to make sure that in the hackathon, all the stakeholders, they want to become part of the owner of the end result. So I'm really curious, how do you do like organizing a hackathon in a week? Is that together with a company? Like, oh, we have these five, these 50 people that are going to participate. Can you do the things around it? Because I think
So
recruitment takes a lot of time.
just to give you an example, last hackathon that we did with Microsoft Azure was done in 5 days.
Hmm.
In Bangalore. We had 1,200 applications coming in, 200 participants coming in, and we followed a process. What works for us is the abundant supply of participants. I mean, considering huge population, we do not have to worry about where will the participants come from. We have to, in certain cases, worry about where will the revenues come from. Whether Microsoft will be paying us or not for these efforts. But from that perspective, considering there is a huge supply already with us, 1 million, all we have to do is to send out one email or one social post, and we generate about 5,000 applications, and that's a way we've been able to do.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so the opposite over here. It takes it takes us around 10 to 20,000 euro to get 50 people to a hackathon.
Oh wow. So maybe we
Only
should start
marketing.
supplying participants to Nick now.
Yeah, it's the problem with subscribing for hackathons now. So
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
have
I
any
think
servers anymore that are available. So marketing is the biggest cost. Finding people to join hackathons is the biggest cost now.
and that's what we had put our focus in initial 2 3 years when the work was slow. We built a community. We put in a lot of effort of building these students up, building these developers up, and
Hmm.
went off. I mean, today I can safely say, Nick, out of the 1,000 colleges that we work, we have personally visited about 700 of them, and have done face-to-face meetings, face-to-face events, initiatives in those colleges. So a lot of effort has gone into building this sizable community, which now is
Yeah.
slowly but gradually giving us a lot of results.
So you say that these 1,000 colleges, like universities, you
Universities and colleges both. Yeah.
yeah, you actually visited them. You made an agreement. Like, is it a signed agreement or just saying, "Oh, let's use your newsletter"?
In certain cases, there are signed agreements. In certain cases, there are email exchanges. In certain cases, there are just pure relationship now, wherein we are just kind of understanding each other, phone call away. We've done all sort of things.
Yeah, yeah. For us, it's really hard to get to a partnership with a school. They're like, we don't care what our students are doing. We are not doing anything for you. And then yeah, you have to find a teacher, and then the teacher says, we don't care what our students are going to do. You have to ask the student, and then we have to find the student on LinkedIn, and then it's such a hard process.
I think God has been kind to us. We've not faced that those. I mean, of course, we've faced a lot of problems, but considering one college says no, there are three colleges who are willing to work. I mean, that's a way. It
Yeah.
again, maybe it's our destiny that we are in a country like India, wherein demand of upskilling has only come now,
Mhm.
and there is a huge supply. So in a sweet spot in that sense.
Yeah, that's great. And I think we are quite spoiled here. We have so much free events. We have so much stuff to do. that we have this attention problem. So everyone is every day there are over 100 events happening for free with free food and everything, so they can choose. And then going to a school, to a university, we don't have a thousand universities here or schools. We only have around 15 universities. Like in our 12 main cities, there are like 15 big universities, and every company is chasing them. So like ASML and Philips, they say, "Here you have 100,000 euro, and we become the sponsor of your bar, of your rooftop bar. We will supply unlimited beer to all your students." But in return, we want 15 people to start interning at ASML. That's the money we have to compete. We have to compete with that money to have the attention of the students nowadays. So I think you have a sweet
We should
spot.
enter India now, Nick.
Yeah. So that's a different world out there, and I'm really
Yeah,
glad that people are joining hackathons. So it's probably your problem is the space. How to host such a large
absolutely.
space. You have to choose how who can participate instead of willing to have everyone. You
No, yeah, I mean, again, there is a process that we follow who to come. We've been off late doing lot of hackathons in university premises because that's where the space is there, the facilities are there, and we go and again, India, we travel from city to city and conduct these hackathons. So because we're in one part of the country, there are about 20 other states, 21 other states that we travel and do these. So India is vast. I mean, I take this opportunity to invite you to come to India, maybe as and
really
when things improve. Yeah, and understand the ecosystem here in a more better manner.
Yeah, Punit already invited me as a jury for a hackathon, but then the COVID started, and then we couldn't continue. So I really like that invitation. I really would go there when the problem is solved. I hope we get a solution and we don't get a second wave of corona deaths. So that then I'm really going forward. I'm looking forward to visit you guys.
Please be our guest whenever you're in town. We're more than happy to host you. And let's together today pray and to the Lords, and this corona should get over now. I mean, this is now getting onto our nerves.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there a call for the listeners over here that you want to spread the word out about? Like maybe you have some hackathons that are upcoming. Maybe there's something else you want to ask to the audience. There's now 13 people watching. Perhaps
Yeah.
is something you want to tell them.
So we're working on a 20 country hackathon. We're seeking participation from all over the globe.
Mhm.
It's a simple URL that I want to just kind of put it here: onehack.incubateind.com. Log on, choose your country, and register. Be with us, understand, and work with us. We'll be more than happy to host you.
Yeah. So join the onehack.incubatein.com hackathon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Nick.
I will create a banner of that. I hope it's written correctly.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, you send it in the private chat as well. Great. So everyone that has never been to a hackathon, definitely try one. It's very exciting. I'm in a building that I organized my second hackathon in. It's called Seats to Meet. It was my second education hackathon back in 2015, I guess. Yeah. And after this hackathon in here, I started organizing Campus Party for the first time in 2016, and we had 27 hackathons on one event. That was my biggest adventure. I had to coordinate all the 27 hackathons from 27 companies, and we had over 1,600 people from 52 countries flying in to attend these hackathons. And that was, I think, my greatest success, and that's why I think I'm still involved in Campus Party today. Um, I think it was the most important moment of my life to host so many different countries in one place for a whole week, sleeping in tents, sticking together, becoming friends for life, working on wicked problems like global problems. having solutions built and deployed in companies from like nothing, like no idea to a prototype to a job, giving people an opportunity to create a job in one day or in a week. I think that's the power of hackathons, and that's why.
Absolutely. And you're
So
doing a fantastic job of it then.
yeah,
Puneet,
that's why it's
yeah.
so important that you are doing this 20 partner hackathon and bridging the gap between all these countries and all these cultures. And probably one question that you have, like one challenge that you have, is getting so much different answers from all of these countries. Because for me, as you see, I have different problems in organizing hackathons, and you have. So everyone in their culture has completely different problems, and I think that's the diversity that makes it so cool and yeah, bonding. So that's why I would recommend to go to these hackathons. And if you are ever going to be in the Netherlands, you're welcome. I would love to join and host you guys here in the Netherlands. And feel free to join us in November also on our Bridge hackathon. It's
And likewise,
it's
if we
going,
can host
it's going to be
your hackathon in India, please do let
yeah.
us know. We're just an email away or a message away. We'll be more than happy to push it in India.
Yeah, and have you tried using tools like Raymo to host hackathons online?
We have our own platform, so we do not rely on outside tools anymore. We do
Can
it on
you,
our platform. We'll present that platform to you and maybe urge you and request you to host it on our platform.
yeah, I'm really curious. Can you showcase it? Is it a website that you can show now?
Our website. So yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy to. Puneet will put it on the.
Yeah, sure. So, like, I like the interaction between participants. I'm really curious if you can host the interaction without only using chat, like having video conferences like this while working together is like the least that I really want. Oh, yeah,
As
right.
it
So walk me through it, Rohit. So what do we see? There's countries attending. Yeah.
yeah. So this is the platform that we are providing to each country organizers.
Hmm.
So there is a register button.
Yeah.
So let me give an example.
Anamika, you can definitely make a career out of hackathons. Not only in organizing them, but also in joining them and then afterwards land a job in the stuff that you created.
Keep winning it and
Yeah,
making it. Yeah.
winning is a great thing because you get a lot of marketing and outreach, and you're becoming famous. And then having your idea turned into your new job. That's the most beautiful thing that comes out of hackathon. Okay, so
And
you're signing up.
So this is the form. If I'm a professional.
It's bigger.
it's a long process, Nick. Maybe viewers will get bored.
I think it's good to know. Huh? So for me
No,
and
no,
for
more than happy.
it's good to know how this process works, and it's probably still fast. Huh?
So we entered in a participation dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can see on the left hand side, there is a line. So I registered. Now the idea submission is closed by 19th July. There is
Mm-hmm.
an introductory webinar, shortlisting of teams, hack day. Now you have to choose the problem statement from here only. Like I have chosen the EdTech. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the next option came as like a create your team. Let me create a team called Campus.
Yeah. There's another question here. How do I spot opportunities for innovation? Like how to differentiate between which hackathon to participate, and is winning only the way to take something uh, IR opportunity from a hackathon? No, you don't have to win. It's actually about the team that you're building in a hackathon. So if your team decides to go on with the idea, not just in the hackathon but after the hackathon, you can create your company or you can find stakeholders to You can find the target audience and the target market afterwards or already in the hackathon. So you don't have to win a hackathon to land a job.
Okay, I'll try and answer, and I'll give you a. Uh, in our one of the hackathons, a leader from Bangalore came to Jaipur. He liked a team who was working on a particular challenge. The eventually the team did not win. They were not even in the top 10. But then he went back and hired those four guys in his organization, gave them a job, gave them a lot of learning, teaching, etc., and gave them a salary to come to wherever he was and work with them. So participate in hackathon also to maybe improve your chances of landing up a dream job that you want,
Mhm.
getting the right set of mentors, and network with like-minded guys. Maybe one of the hackathon participant will be a co-founder as you go around, and we've seen that happen.
Mhm. Yeah, we see that happen a lot of times. So if,
Absolutely.
if you are hosting a hackathon and you have a good process in place, like you guys have, you find a mentor, which is great. You find friends for life, which is great. You might start a startup. You might land a job there, getting a job offer, and you build a really strong network of like-minded people, not only in your country, from another city, from another school, uh, from everywhere. So it's
Yeah,
better
I mean there are
getting.
days when you get a complementing skill plus a co-founder. So
Yeah.
imagine you are a good in a particular language and you need somebody else in another language, and that's where you can find that person in a hackathon. So participate not only to win, of course, winning is something that everyone takes pride in, but also to learn, network, and maybe improve your chances of getting landing up your dream jobs.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Puneet, for showing a little bit of the platform.
We
Uh,
will be happy to share more details to you one on one, Nick.
I I will be interested into it, but I think the audience as well. So if you can create like a tutorial video of how to start joining the 20 partner hackathon, that will be great. If that tutorial video will be on YouTube someday, and I will be happy to watch that and share it as well in our community.
Absolutely. We'll work on that video quickly.
Yeah. So if there's anything left, let me know. We are going to be having a new session in another, I think, another hour. Let me check for a moment. Yes, we will have Ozone Universe, a VR platform for hosting perhaps in VR hackathons in the future. So you will be meeting people from India and New York in VR, and you will be hacking in a different world with a headset on or with your computer. But this guy is creating a platform that is web based, so everyone can join with their phone, with their laptop, or with a headset on. And he is going to talk about the future of the next mobile interface. So I don't know if this is going to be our interface in the future, but he is going to share about that. So feel welcome to join that session. In
Absolutely.
10 minutes, we will have oh no, sorry, in in
One
two
hour.
hours, in 2 hours and 10 minutes, we will have Edward Snowden on stage.
Oh wow. Yeah, yeah. That's something that we'll be very happy to.
So feel free to join them,
Absolutely.
and Rohit and Punit. Yeah, really thankful for you to join us on Campus Party the Netherlands.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for having us. Look forward to see you in India soon.
Same way, same way.
Sure.
So looking forward to see you here as well in the Netherlands. And thanks everyone for commenting.
Sure.
Really good questions.
Sure.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
We're checking out. Bye bye
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
There we go.